for the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here's they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on the way to a lopsided victory.
From the 31, here's the second down and 6. Robinson with another carry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard after the 32.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Daniels from the gun on third down. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And they will take over first and 10. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here first and 10 at their own 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Ready. Blue, 32.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lloyd. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Down. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packers offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Come on, set. 50, green. Set, go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Now inside the 25. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marshawn Lloyd, 60 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. McManus now for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
He'll start with a give to Robinson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make.
Ready.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble, and the Packers pick it up.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Ready.
Now Love. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Ready.
Throwing. Love. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Ringo.
He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
And remember, this is a running back that fumbled on the previous drive, but fortunately for them, nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Get it. 19, Sergeant, 19.
Again, it's Robinson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Ready.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Short throw here, the tight end Bates.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And it's 3rd down. Ready. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Ready. Ready. 33. Yellow. Hut, hut.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. And he lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He finds his man, complete. It's Wayne.
16 yards on the play.
Here comes third and the length of the football.
Here we go. Set.
Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Love has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Here we go. Set. Black 40. Set. Hut.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Ready. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lloyd. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's good. For the Packers, first down. Set. Ready. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go. 45. White.
Up the middle they go. Lloyd. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go now. 50. Green.
Here's Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
60 red. 60 red.
Play action this time with Love. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Ready. Smith, red. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The kick by McManus is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, Any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. Called a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
From the gun, they go to Edwards. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking in the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? They'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect 2nd half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the 2nd half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the 1st.
Yeah, that. Lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
33, yellow. Set, cut.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Ready?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Blue, 32.
On play action. Love to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Love. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Ready. 45. White. Ready.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, hey.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. To the air goes Daniels. Checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Get it.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's 3rd and 3.
Ready? Cougar 19. Let's go.
Now Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
18 Cardinal, 8. Ready,
In
go.
motion right, Debo. On the handoff, Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin from 13 yards out. And the Commanders are on their way to a 2-0 start. So, Charles, they are well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive performance.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
26.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Shifts by him. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
33, yellow. Ready.
Play fake. Here's Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Here we go, set. Black, 95. Set, huh?
Up the middle they go. Lloyd. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5.
Yellow, 20, ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
First down.
Come on, set.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Love, they go play action now. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Ready. Yellow, 43. Ready?
And from the gun, here's Campbell. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
3rd down and 10.
Set, ready. Red, 38.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Let's go now. 50, green. Ready?
Abanikanda on 1st and 10.
A strong run. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
And they'll go again with Abanikanda.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Black swap. 52 blue. Hut, hut.
And they'll give you Abanikanda on the option.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run
Check,
up and tackle
blue,
him.
Check. Blue, 32. Set.
3rd down, here's Abanikanda.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll go for it. It's Abanikanda.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
That's Samuel, caught left side. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
Deebo Samuel, and he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders.
Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Commanders start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Gay is on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packers offense set to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. He'll try and do this himself. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And a loose football. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They were a quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back in search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Daniels. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Lane. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And Gay knocks this one through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Golden now to return. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 3rd down and 1. Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Come on, set. Black 40. Ready?
Love to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere, the most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory.
So for Washington,
it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.